Congressman Tom Emmer, a Republican from Minnesota and the current House Majority Whip, is calling out Governor Tim Walz in a very direct way. Emmer says the governor has done nothing to take responsibility for what he described as massive fraud tied to state programs. He went even further, telling Fox News that if reports of retaliation against whistleblowers turn out to be true, then a criminal investigation might be necessary. Emmer says this is not simple incompetence. In his words, someone may be complicity. Several alleged whistleblowers claim they warned the governor about fraud, and instead of action, they say they faced a retaliation. Emmer argues that if those claims hold up, the situation could rise to criminal misconduct. One of Emmer's strongest accusations involves where the stolen money went. He claims that some of the fraud proceeds were sent overseas to Somalia, and he raised the concerns about Somali financial networks being controlled by terrorist group Al-Shabaab. These allegations have added even more urgency to the growing controversy. Meanwhile, the U.S. Treasury Department under President Donald Trump's administration has launched its own investigation. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent announced the move earlier this week on X, signaling that federal officials are watching this situation very close. Governor Walz has pushed back hard on Emmer's statements. He said Minnesota sends people to prison for fraud regardless of their race or religion, and he accused the critics of demonizing entire community and spreading lies about fabric set. Walz insisted that calling him softy on fraud is simply not true. But Emmer is not backing down. He says calling out criminal activity is not racist, and he accused Walz of lying about what whistleblowers experience. An account claiming to represent nearly 500 employees inside the Minnesota Department of Human Services also posted online accusing Walz of retaliation and saying he is 100% responsible for the crisis. All of this comes as the House Oversight Committee looks into the state's spending of a pandemic food aid program, a problem at the center of some of the biggest fraud crimes in Minnesota's history. This story is still developing, and it raises tough questions about leadership, accountability, and the integrity of public programs. What is your thought? Write your comment below and don't forget to like and subscribe.